Stewart Adams, the Republican president of the Utah Senate, just intervened to loosen the age of consent laws after an adult was charged with having sex with a 13-year-old child. The adult is a relative of Adams. PedoCon, 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 PedoCon. PedoCon theory is a theory like gravity. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. GOP lawmaker changes law to help relative facing child rape charges. State Senator J. Stewart Adams had a relative charged with raping a 13-year-old, so he rewrote the state's consent laws. Holy fuck, dude. For your information, he's a trans people are pedos type, of course. I mean, is that even remotely surprising? You've got to be kidding. Nope, this is how... Bro, it doesn't even surprise me one iota at this point. This has been the modus operandi. This has been the method. They always have been doing this. They've been doing this in perpetuity. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of cancel culture. It reminds me of censorship, right? Every dumb fuck online thinks who's doing the cancel culture, who's doing the censorship. Oh, it's the liberals. It's the libtards. Okay? Oh, libtards love cancel culture. It's like there has never been a period in American history where it wasn't the right-wing groups that are most responsible for book burnings. Even throughout the peak of quote-unquote cancel culture in the way that we understand it, like SJW is doing cancel culture shit, there has never been a single instance, even throughout the peak of like the 2016 era of wokeness, has there ever been a moment where liberals were actually responsible for more book cancellations and book censorship initiatives than the Republicans were? What do you think CRT was? What do you think the war against woke is? It's fucking cancel culture. It's censorship. They just literally changed the definition of it and they continue with it. And it's the same principle here. These guys will constantly talk about pedophilia, 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 pedophilia. Trans people are pedophiles over and over and over again. Meanwhile, there's never been a moment where Republican state legislatures haven't advocated for pedophilia. Child marriages. They love that shit. They have defended it. It's always projection. Every accusation is a confession. It's always and will always be projection. These motherfuckers are real demons, bro. Republican Utah State Senate President J. Stewart Adams used his power to change local consent law to help a family member facing charges for raping a 13-year-old girl. Adams' family member, an 18-year-old high school student, was arrested and looking at 4 first-degree felonies. Then Adams stepped in. Before Adams, 18-year-olds who had sex with 13-year-olds in Utah were treated like adults. They legally were and could face first-degree felony charges of child rape. In Utah, anyone under the age of 14 cannot legally consent. Adams successfully changed the law to allow 18-year-olds charged with child rape to be essentially tried as minors if they were enrolled in high school at the time of their crime. Adams' family member was in high school, and since the law was also made retroactive, the 18-year-old went from facing years in prison to accepting a plea deal for reduced charges and no jail time beyond the week he already served after his initial arrest. While Adams swears his family member's charges had nothing to do with his pushing of the rule change, the prosecution, defense, and judge alike all acknowledged that it played a major role in changing the charges. The victim's family was devastated. It was out of nowhere, the middle schooler's mother told the Salt Lake Tribune. I felt like I was punched in the gut. I feel like a law is the law, regardless of who you are. But that wasn't what was going on here, she continued. I feel like Adams' relative just got special treatment, and nobody was going to say anything about it. Yes, bro, middle schooler. She was a middle schooler. She was 13. 13 years old, bro. 13. It's fucking insane, dude. I swear to God, these dudes are going to inevitably make pedophilia legal, by the way. The Republican culture warriors are unironically going to simultaneously claim that every like trans or gay person is a pedophile while making pedophilia legal. They're going to be like, oh, we're pedophilia is legal if it's a straight man doing it. Fucking wait. Yeah, as I always say, PedoCon theory is a theory like the theory of gravity is a theory. That's where this is heading. GOP gang of pedophiles. True. It's, oh God.